very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society.
You're in violation of secure communication procedures, Commodore.
So we just went ahead and fixed the glitch.
There is no America. There is no democracy.
Our fifth objective, a new world order.
There are no nations. There are no peoples. There are no Russians. There are no Arabs. There are no third worlds. There is no West.
Right-wing conspiracy.
What do you call it when the assassins accuse the assassin?
A new world order.
Thank you for plugging in to the Stones Unturned podcast.
Well, just a second there, Professor. We fixed the glitch.
I'm your host, Professor Thomas Henry Horan.
He reads everything.
Hello there, you lucky devils. You better bet your bippies he reads everything, and I mean everything. And I mean read. And I mean he. How are you people? So, first of all, slight correction from the last episode. My comet has been demoted to a solar prominence. It was still very cool. So maybe, just maybe, the shit for brains won't go ape shit. Just because it was a total, and it was visible over New York, right? Was it visible over Yonkers? Did Manny see the total solar eclipse? Was Manny totally eclipsed? Someday I'm going to bring my recliner in here and just doze off while I'm on the air. So tonight's episode, you get a premium episode tonight. We're going to begin comparing, not just comparing, I will show you. Columbine, somebody took the playbook from Helter Skelter, the COINTEL chaos disinfo prop, no more than disinfo prop, it was more than just propaganda, but propaganda was a major part of this. PSYOP, connected to some assassinations that they didn't actually pull off themselves, but the propaganda, the PSYOP, that's what they're part of. How somebody took that playbook and did it tick, 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 tick at Columbine. So tonight we're going to start by taking a look at the info prop. Unless I have to start over. What I will do is, I got dropped frames. If necessary, because the premium stream, I can stop and start. I don't have that going yet. So if the YouTube stream is skipping, don't worry about it. Hi, Kevin. So tonight we're going to start by taking a look at the propaganda, the media campaign surrounding Columbine. And how that is, it's a cookie cutter, exactly like Manson. And then, briefly, again, this leads right up to Diddy. And Jay's. And Beyonce. They call me Diddy. Diddy is a successful Charles Manson. Diddy is everything Charles Manson was supposed to be. Some people say if Manson had signed that contract, none of this would have happened. I found that video of that actress talking about the promise of eternal life and drinking the gold. It was all in one interview. What's her name? Tyrion Tyrann something? Not Tyrann Matthew. Actors. Tyrann. No, that's not what I mean. No. Taryn Manning. How stupid of me. Taryn Manning. I found the video I was looking for. Look at who she has worked with. So when we come back to this, we'll talk more about her, and we will talk a lot more about Beyonce. If we take the word beyond and we make it Frenchy, because black folks, the homies go in for this Frenchified crap. Beyonce. Berkowitz. Berkowitz. Zodiac. Beyonce. But then it has to be African American Frenchified, so then it's Beyonce. I think Jay-Z was originally pronounced Jays, right? If I recall correct. If I recall my hip-hop history correctly. Hi, Gary. Hi, Channel. They're an update on Blood Red Comet. Yes, you just missed it. It's been downgraded to a prominence, a solar prominence. It's like a solar flare, but not as big as, not as wild and explosive as a solar flare. But it was really, from where I was standing, it was really big and very vivid. So got a good look at it. Hi, Creepy Crawl. So the Looney Tunes might not go quite as loony over it as what I was, but they got to be going loony over this thing. It was visible over New York, right? It is awesome. You can see how it could change the course of world history when people would see this. Because you really don't notice it until it goes total. You just think it's kind of cloudy or something up there, and all of a sudden, ding, the sun goes out, and you look up, and it's black. The sun is black. Remember season 1, episode 3 of Space 1999? Space 1999 was they come across they're being sucked into a black sun, because before black holes were known as black holes, they were known as black suns. That show was... I used to watch it very carefully. I think I was in junior high school when it came on. I was watching because all the fan magazines talked about how all the video effects were done with video cameras. There were no filmed special effects. So all done with video cameras. So I was watching intently to see what could be done, and mixing computer graphics with these video effects and what could be accomplished and how it was done, and watching it very carefully to see what would it cost to buy that equipment, which was horrifyingly expensive. But I did get a computer. Then I got another computer. Then I just waited till digital video got cheap enough to... Okay, my voice is a little weak. I think I'm going to go ahead and get started. This is probably not the single most exciting episode. I think it is, though. I start with the propaganda because that was one of the things I noticed at first, was how similar the propaganda was in all of these cases. Like they were reading from a script. And we've seen them reading from scripts, so we know they read from scripts. Let me look. Well, I'm still on YouTube. Let me look at a couple of things from the news. I thought this was interesting. Apple hit with mercenary spyware attacks. Don't worry, your phone is safe. The iPhones of celebrities, politicians, corporate executives are very vulnerable to a sudden mass attack. Not massive, very focused, but a very concentrated attack. Is this revenge? Is this revenge for the raid on Diddy's dude ranches? This is interesting. The top map shows mysterious cases of people vanishing without a trace, and the bottom map shows America's largest cave systems. I don't know what I see what their point is, but I don't know if there's any more detail to follow it up. We'll watch this in a minute. USA Today reportedly changes headline on Trump's abortion stance after Biden-Harris campaign complaint. Yeah, they did. They did change the headline. Under orders from the White House, they changed the headline of their article. That's all people read. A case of shooting the messenger. The Florida woman who sold Ashley Biden's diary that proves she had an inappropriate relationship, her father had an inappropriate relationship with her. She's been sentenced to 1 month in prison. So let that be a lesson. Let that be a lesson, Manny. Yeah, this is cool. This crab defending itself with a kitchen knife. Is that it? I showed you this already, right? The dog that goes into a panic, panicking because she thinks she's missing out on a treat. Oh, this video, Obama is clearly wasted. And he's praising Diddy. He's praising Puffy in a video where he's clearly been partying. Okay. Well, let's just all mosey on over there. Remember Maya? Who's Maya? The Japanese tableware company? The anime character? Oh, Space 1999? No, I just remember the episode because it was on last night. Mystery Science Theater 3000 has a 24-hour day live stream on YouTube, ad supported. After the first couple of ads, that hardly ever comes on. Space 1999 is on there. Dragnet is on there. They're just showing continuous live streams, episode after episode. Hi, Sea Pines. Gray Blondie pick, yeah. Alf is on there. What was my point? in some ways, Space 1999 was so terrible, but the special effects were really good. The special effects were good. For everything shot and processed on video, the special effects were pretty good. But Star Trek tended to be based on science, even though warp drive is many years in the future. It was based on the actual science that they were working on. The episode of Nomad, right? Sterilize imperfections. When Spock is describing its telecommunication technology, he's describing WiMAX. He's describing 5G. Literally. It was on the drawing boards. The phaser is being field tested. They're field testing phasers. It's a disintegration ray. It can be tuned to like metal and just cause metal objects to just disintegrate, or just the metal just turns to mush. That's a phase disruptor, a phaser. They're being battle tested. I'll bet they're being battle tested in Gaza. That would explain why there's suddenly this flare up in Gaza. I better get going or my voice is going to go. Okay, so we'll see you over there. Click the link in the description of this video. Hi, Pat Thomas. It's just, I don't want to knock on Space 1999, but every actor, there were people and critics who made fun of what was overacting on Star Trek, but without the intense acting of Star Trek, Star Trek's pretty boring. And with Space 1999 is Star Trek with mediocre acting. There's really no drama between the characters. There's really no... But obviously they were... It's not that these people couldn't act. It's that they were being told, don't make it like Star Trek. Don't make it like Star Trek. So it's not. So it's really boring. But I watched it intensely, how special effects could be done with video equipment. So, I mean, I all about the Star Wars stuff, but see, film equipment was 10 times more expensive. Video was going to be affordable. I got a computer. My dad got a VCR in 79. So I could create a computer. He was very impressed. The one thing I ever did that my father was impressed by was I created a couple of video games. I was doing a cockpit version of Asteroids that got put on the shelf. But first I showed him video games, which he knew about. But I told him, if I get a computer, I said, number one, I learn about computers. And he was really good about that. He taught me to, what are you going to use this thing for? Don't just buy it on a whim. And he knew I needed to learn about computers. And I said I could learn to create these games. They make a lot of money. He understood that. He understood that video games were making incredible amounts of money. So I showed him the basic, you could fly around and shoot asteroids, but the animation was real flickery. But he was kind of impressed. And then I did the pinball, for the Atari 800, I did a pinball game based on the Crusades. Right. And he was actually impressed by that. He was impressed. My point was, I had the computer. We had the video recorder. I could get a job and save up the money and buy a camera. Or the local junior college had a TV studio if I signed up for classes. But my dad was really like, you need to go to U of I, and you need to take the engineering class, and you need to do all this other stuff. So I just kept my eye on how much, because the thing is, I could record, but I would need, the really expensive pieces were going to be the editing decks and things like this. Maybe I could use them at the college, because we didn't have cable TV. We did not have a community cable TV station. Why am I telling you all of this? Because I remember watching Space 1999 and watching how we could record. When was it on the air? Could we record episodes? And I could watch and see how they did I bought a lot of the models and put them together, and didn't have a camera yet, but I had a director's viewfinder so I could line up shots and things, and got used to doing this. And I had friends kind of interested in it. I had one friend who was really interested in being a stuntman. I had several friends interested in being stunt drivers, and we were a little bit too young, but, on the farm, you're driving old cars around and crashing them up. We could have done this. But just a question of getting another $1,000 for the camera and none, So I remember watching Space 1999 for the special effects, but I was watching it last night and it was a blast from the past, and the story ideas were interesting, but the acting is just dead. There's no real conflict between the characters like there is in Star Trek. But I'll stop. From 75 to 77, so... But it ran in... I think I remember recording... But I remember my nose to the screen like this, watching how they were doing the special effects, because I had the fan magazines that talked all about... There was Famous Monsters of Filmland magazine that talked all about special effects. That one, and there was another... I had almost every issue of Famous Monsters of Filmland, studying how monster movies were made. I wanted to be a filmmaker. Ta-da! But Space 1999 they bragged about it was all... Land of the Lost and Space 1999 was all shot on video, and all of the special effects were done on using video equipment, no film-based equipment, so that was going to... Because they talked about how much money it would save. And then it was... And Space 1999 had computer graphics overlaid on... So I'm like, wow, I could learn to do this. So let me get the premium stream started. This will take a minute. Looks like the stream settled down. Log in. We'll all patiently wait. Oh, the video toaster, yeah. But you still needed an editing deck. You couldn't do digital nonlinear editing. I got to do that for the first time at a TV station. The iMac with Final Cut pre-installed came out in end of 99, 2000, something like that. I had an Amiga. I never invested in a video toaster. You still needed a lot of other equipment. But I did have some analog to digital equipment, things like that. ADD converters. But then it was like digital cameras are coming along in the next couple of years, and so I just kept postponing investing $20,000. If I wait a couple of years, it'll be $2,000, and yeah, ATI and their capture cards. Oh, it was, yeah, Forrest Ackerman. Yeah, right. But there was, and then the other all the stuff about Star Wars special effects, how it was done. But that was all really expensive. Okay. You're not able to get into the premium website. It tells me to check my server. What tells you to check your server? Are you on your phone? Are you on a PC? Are you on a Mac? Are you using Bing? You're not using Internet Explorer? Don't use Internet Explorer for anything. Edge is Chromium based. I suggest Chrome, and second choice Edge. I need information. What kind of laptop? Are you running Linux? Are you running Windows? Are you running Windows 7? Are you running Windows 95? Is anyone else having that problem? I'm not having that problem with my fake customer account. Hi, Two Shovels. Hi, Creepy Crawl. Hi, Gary. Hi, Kevin. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Spartan. Windows 11 using Chrome. Now, when you say you can't get into the site, are you on the login page and it's giving you an error message? Are you logged into the page? Can you see the premium chat and comments? Because the video stream hasn't started yet. The tubes are still warming up. Okay, that should be working. Let me try it, starting it from here. One thing. Okay. So if you're looking at it, if you got this far, you can see the player. Try again. You shouldn't be able to see the old restream player. Try again, try again, try again. It takes a minute. There's a lag. Try again. There it goes. Okay. So click try again, and it should be playing. How are we coming back here? Yeah, so click. So the player, my custom player that I am so friggin' proud of, it says try again, and click try. So click try again and see if that works. Okay. So did everyone see how information helped find the information we needed? I am afflicted by a bald patch. My phone is being stupid. Yeah, so Gary, click try again. It just takes a minute. It bounces off about 3 different islands before it makes its way back to. You may have to refresh your browser window, but you should be able to click try again. It might have to click try again a couple of times. Kind of like a pilot light. So Creepy Crawl can see it. So, and if you want to change like your screen resolution, remember you have to pause it, click settings, and then hit play. And it should cast okay. Gary? Gary, can you hear us? Did you click try again? Did it work? Oh, Gary's there. Okay, Gary. Okay. All right, well, good night, YouTube. We'll see you all over at the Cool Kids site. You are missing everything. Get plugged in. I don't know why, but I noticed that the annual subscriber package had been missing for. You can now sign up for the annual. It's $99.99 a month. $99.99 a year, or $9.99 a month. It's a bargain. They have promised a monetization paywall. Hi, Nathan. You're just in time to get going over to the other website. Monetizing my premium player directly, that might simplify it for a few people. We'll see. That's supposed to be coming soon. Okay, so good night, YouTube. We'll see you over at the Stones Unturned podcast at thomashenryhorn.com, also thestonesunturned.com. Keep watching.